Brought to you by Alman Auctions, the worldwide leader in antique tractor auctions.
From the land they work to the crops they grow, farmers take pride in their way of life. And the tractors a family farms with can become something of a legend to the next generation. In Watertown, South Dakota, this father and son made darn sure they never let those legendary family farm machines get away.
There really isn't nothing in our tractor line that slipped away from us. I've got my grandfather's first tractor, I've got my dad's first tractor, I've got my first tractor.
Her grandfather, Albert Gerke, originally owned the WC, and the WF was a great uncle of mine that owned that tractor from the day it was new, and it certainly means a lot to us to keep them in the family and restore them and keep them around, and so the rest of the families in the future can enjoy them.
Lyle and his dad, Alan, are the proud owners of a pair of 1938 Allis-Chalmers tractors. Lyle's is the WC, and Alan cares for the WF. Together, these two tractors have been part of the Gerke family for better than 65 years.
What makes these two unique, probably more than anything, is they've been in a family. The WF has been in a family since it was new. And like I say, what makes this other one pretty special, it was my father's 21st birthday present.
And what better birthday present than a solid, hard-working WC? Alan has fond memories of the day his dad said, "Happy birthday, son," in a way that rolls on yet today.
I'll never forget it. He walked in the house that evening, and I'd been using it. I started farming that fall, been using it to plow. And he handed me a birthday card, and in it says the WC and the plow are yours.
My father used this tractor for plowing and disking and dragging and putting up hay, and virtually every portion of farming, this was his main tractor, and that's pretty much what he used.
I've put a lot of hours on these things. Matter of fact, I used to be combining grain when it was hot like it's been. You sit out on there day after day after day. And yeah, when you've done that, you're attached to them.
Attached and, in Alan's case, determined to see these tractors roll on for another generation. In 1983, just like his father before him, Alan gave his hard-working WC Allis to his son, and Lyle set to work restoring the family heirloom.
My dad gave it to me about 18 years ago and brought it back to Watertown and kind of restored it, painted it the wrong color, did a lot of things wrong on it, and started all over on it about 2 years ago and completely redid it and to what it is now.
The taller WC was set up perfectly for row crop farming, whether for basic cultivation or picking corn with a mounted corn picker. The WF with its wide front was a little less versatile, but still an important power source on the farm.
The WF would be called a Wheatland in the later days, but it's a fixed front axle. It's for just going out in the field and pulling stuff. You can't put a cultivator on it, nor could you put a mounted corn picker on it or a cotton picker. It's a pulling tractor.
Though they're set up a little different, the WC and the WF have a whole lot in common. Both tractors ran about $1,000 way back in 1938. Both are unstyled, and they share the same type of transmission and engine.
Now this engine is just a standard regular 4x4 engine. It uses the same components in the other engine. However, when you get up to the valve tappets for running your valves, these use the roller type on the end of the tappet. It's the only engine. 38's the only year I've ever found that used them.
1938 was also the year Allis-Chalmers used a removable crank to start the engine with.
One of the things that's fairly easy on Allis-Chalmers is the way they start. They started quite well.
The Gerke family collection starts with these two neat-as-a-pin AC tractors, but it doesn't stop there. Alan has a few more family treasures tucked away.
This is a 1916 2550 Avery. My grandfather used that for thrashing. He didn't buy it new, but it was just fairly new when he bought it. This particular plow was my grandfather's. They pulled it with that Avery tractor usually. It's about a 1914, 1916 P&O, four-bottom independent beam with the wood pegs for trips. It's just something that, well, somebody needs to hang on to a little bit of this older stuff. And I'm glad it's us, because how much nicer hobby can you get than working on a tractor?
Yeah, tractor pride runs deep in this South Dakota family. Indeed, at just 7 years old, Lyle's son Sterling is already the proud owner of his own Farmall B.
My dad and my grandpa Gerke gave it to me, and I've drove it in the parade a few times. I got first place on it once, and my grandpa got first place on it once.
Well, I only wish my grandfather could be here to see this on down to the fourth generation, fifth generation it would be. And yeah, Lyle's little guy, he's just as enthused, I think, as we are.
It's pretty special. There's, you know, a lot of the family heirlooms like this have been sold at auctions and things like that. And when my dad sold the farm, he actually kept this tractor. It was one of the only pieces of equipment that he kept. And it means a lot.
They're my grandfather's and my dad's tractors, and now they're mine and my son's. And that's nice. I think that's good. Why wouldn't a guy keep them together?